Okay, I'm gonna have to get me a GoPro or something. I try to do some YouTube videos and I take them sideways with my phone, like I have to, so they're full width on the YouTube. But about every 2 or 3 videos I take, it don't show me. But then when I upload them on YouTube, it makes them real skinny, so it don't take the whole screen. And I know I wouldn't want to watch a video that's a quarter of your screen right in the center on the TV. So. And it's like I said, about every 2 or 3 does it, even when I'm holding it the same direction every video. So I know guys ain't gonna like watching that, and I wouldn't blame them. So I'm gonna have to buy me a GoPro. I've got an old Hero 3 when they first come out, or mid 2000, probably like 2012 or 13, I think, when I bought mine. But so I'm not gonna put the other videos on there that I was gonna put on there because they're not, like I said, the full width. And I got a couple on there that are on there already I didn't realize, so I'm just gonna leave them. But I guess I'll just restart my video. The other day I was looking for a skid loader. I talked to Schmidt and Sons about a Kubota ssv75. Obviously the ssv is the tire version. The svl is the track version for people that aren't real familiar with them, and I'm not myself yet. The 324G is comparable to the ssv75. The 325G is the comparison to the SLV75. That's the track version, the 325. We're gonna bring me out the brand new Kubota. Well, then he didn't get back from me for 2 days, and as a salesman, you're supposed to hound me to buy a loader. I'm not supposed to hound you. That's their job. And so it kind of made me a little upset that he wasn't able to get back with me. I know they're busy, but you just tell me you're gonna get a hold of me, and you didn't, and I had to call him twice. So yesterday they brought me this one out. It's a 324G. It's a 2022. It's got 290 hours. The thing I like about it is it's got a 3,000 hour or good through April 2027 on the emissions, motor, hydraulics, all that. That's the plus about this one. It's got foam filled tires, quick attach, AC heat. It's got the auto level. It's got the floating boom, so like the ride control, I guess they call it. It's got the reversing fan. It's got the LED light package. It's got 2-speed. It's got the performance joystick package. It's got every option you could have except high flow. It's got the added weight kit on the back. I mean, it was decked out, everything but high flow. Like I said, it's got the reverse camera, and I'm probably forgetting a few things. I could buy a brand new Kubota for what this cost, but this has got a better warranty. Kubota's 2-year, 2,000 hour. Well, this will have more than that left on it. So technically this is probably maybe a little better buy because I know the Kubota, they don't you can adjust the sensitivity on your joystick. This one I can go 1, 2, 3, and 3 is jumpy as heck. And I would say 3 is about like the Kubota that I ran a while back. I did a job for a guy, and he'd rented one and wanted to load my dump truck with the rented one. Well, he about ran into the side of the truck. He kept dumping it on top of the cab. He would raise it up and leave it tipped, curled all the way back, and dump it on the roof instead of, as you're raising, keep it level. So he was scared, and I said, hey, I can run it. I haven't ran a joystick machine hardly at all in my whole life, but I can get it. He said, yeah, you'd be better than me. So I got in it, and it took me a minute, but it was a SLV65, and I had the door up the whole time, so I don't know how noisy the cab was or wasn't, but I liked it. It had pretty good power pushing into the dirt pile, but it was really jumpy. I noticed it was real jumpy. Well, this one you can turn it down. The Kubota you can't, but the Kubota's high flow. The Kubota don't have the lights like this. It don't have the ride control. It doesn't have the reverse camera. It didn't have a few things that this one has. So it's kind of a toss-up. You want a brand new machine, or do you want one with 290 something hours on it with the warranty for 3,000 hours or through April 2027? So anyways, he didn't get back with me on the Kubota. This one come out yesterday. I put about 2 hours on it. I wasn't real impressed with the curl on this. The breakout force don't seem like it's all there. I am used to an old Bobcat here, 773G. It's an 03. It'll stand the ass end of the loader up. When you get into something, it'll just flip up and pick the back end up. It's got a weight kit on the back. Maybe the John Deere is just weighted so heavy with the foam-filled tires. They say they weigh about 400 pounds a piece. Maybe it's why it doesn't feel like it's got the brake out, because it ain't throwing you forward. It will pick the ass of the loader. It will pick it up in a perfect circumstance, but normally in the dirt it'll just stall out and the hydraulics won't tip back in the dirt and it won't pick up. It just, just bogs down, and then you either got to back up a little or, ease off the hydro to get it to go ahead and pick the load of dirt up. I know it's a bigger bucket and all, but my dad bought this one with about 800 hours or something back in 05. It was like 2 years old, 04, 05. Got a really good deal. He got such a good deal, he thought it might have been stolen. He knew the guy for a lot of years. So he called first thing Monday morning. He called White Star, ran the serial on it and all, and they said, nope, it's good. They bought it here brand new. It's not stolen or nothing. And my dad said, okay. I can't remember. I'd have to ask him what he'd give for it. Like I said, it had no hours. There was not a scratch on it. We've did all this over 20 years or so. But I think he'd give like $8,000 for it back then. Not a leak on it. It's got a couple hydraulic leaks I got to fix on it, and it'd be a secondary loader. We'll go back to the John Deere. So with all that being said, Schmidt and Sons were supposed to get a hold of me 2 days ago, never did. He called me this morning and said they did sell their last SSV that was brand new. He's going to bring me to demo. The guy ended up buying it that he was holding it for. He said he didn't know when he could find me another one. He has a 65, but 65 is a little smaller than I want. So he's got a used 75 SSV with 1,550 hours, but there ain't going to be much of a warranty, and they want like $48,000 for it. I put another 14,000 and buy this one and have all kinds of warranty, where the other one won't have any of that. So, I don't know if it's got a transferable 2,000 hour warranty. If it had that, then I guess I'd have 500 hours left on transferable. But no, it probably wouldn't, because it's 2016, so you'd be out of your years before you was out of your hours. So no, it probably don't have any warranty. But he wanted to bring one out, so he's going to bring that 2016 to me Monday or Tuesday. He said first of the week he'll bring it to me and let me demo it. Like I said, it's about 15,000 cheaper than this one, but this one you're getting a lot more warranty. It's got every bell and whistle you can have except the high flow. And I'm just trying to think of all the other options. I don't know. I like the door on the Kubota that swings up in the cab with you, because there's a couple times I tried to get out and I'm used to having no cab, and I had it up in the air and I hit the door and I had to shut it, put the lap bar down, unset the park brake, get it down, and then open the door. And I'm like, man, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I am a fan of that. Here's the trash man. Got a new trash service, waste connections or management, waste management I think it was, we had, my mom and dad had, and we weren't real happy with them. The driver wouldn't come up the driveway for us, because when they had a substitute, he wasn't coming up the drive. We have about an 8-mile driveway, and he wouldn't come up, but the other guy would. Well, he'd been taking some vacation on Mondays, and we weren't getting our trash picked up but about every other week and paying for it, and the dogs were scattering it everywhere. And so there's about 6 of us around here that wasn't happy, so we all switched to a local company, try to support the small businesses, just like we should have been doing all along. I'm a small rock business and do a little dirt work, so they're local, so we just started supporting them here in the last, few weeks. But okay, I get sidetracked, my ADHD and all that stuff, OCD. So yeah, they're gonna bring one out Monday. I was gonna just buy this one today. I was gonna try to, he'd come down a little on price, and I was gonna try to get him down another 1,000 or 2, and if he would come down another 1,000 or 2, I was just gonna buy this one today. But with the economy being slow and stuff, I don't know what to think. If I could keep it busy long enough to make the payment and then some. I think next spring things might get cheaper, but obviously I don't know. If I knew, then I would be rich, I guess. If I knew things were going to come down, I'd wait. Or I bought a brand new Polaris in 2020, 850 Sportsman. I give $6,500 out the door. They thought I was crazy. And I just looked in a new one with all the electric power steering and all the bells and whistles, better tires, better wheels. $10,000 to $11,000. I was looking up used ones, and I was like, why is a used Polaris like mine with 150, 200 hours bringing 5 to 6,000 in good shape? Mine's in good shape. Well, I was like, why is mine worth as much as I paid for it? And I ain't been looking at four-wheelers. I bought one. I'm not going to keep watching them. Well, I'll be dang if I don't look. And yeah, they're going for frickin', like I said, 10 to 11,000 new. So that makes our used ones worth that. And it's just crazy, you know. If I'd have bought a skid loader like I was going to do 4 years ago, I could have bought any machine I wanted for 20 or 30. You're looking at 50 to 60,000 for a good machine now. So I guess that's about a wrap. I hope my video is going to be the right direction, or I'm going to retake the video. And I'm not good at editing. I bought an editing app. I pay like $8 a month. I can't remember what it is. And I can't figure out how to rotate the video even by paying for their subscription. But I can edit, you know, videos and stuff. And like I said, it does all the stuff, and it probably does the rotating, but I just don't know anything about that. So I'm a lot like my dad's channel. He doesn't do any editing. He'll do just a very little, but I kind of got to make sure what I'm going to talk about and make sure it flows right. And it's easier just to upload a video and not have to do any editing. And I would like to get good at it eventually. Got a brand new glass. The guy knocked it out. And I guess the backstory on this, the guy that bought it new, him and his boy, he was in his 50s, 60s. The boy was in his mid-20s. They did tree removal, and they used I think it was a track machine to cut the trees, and then this one had the foam-filled tires, and they were using this to push the brush up. And they run 2 machines, and then they were so busy, they said they could keep 2 machines busy full time, but they didn't like the upkeep. And I don't know if the boy wasn't wanting to work, or I think they said the dad had retired, was just helping part-time, and he didn't want to be in the loader every day all day. So they went ahead and just sold this one or whatever back to John Deere, bought it back, and they're just back to 1 machine. So, but they said they had to work. And he's a local. He's only, he lives north of here somewhere. I mean, he told me the town, and it's about 45 minutes north of here. So it was a local, but that's why it's got some little scratches. I mean, it's been in the brush. It's hard to see unless you get close. I think a lot of those would buff out, but yes, definitely been in the brush. And like I said, I don't mind that because it's one of those things that I bought mine to use. I mean, I do firewood. I do brush tree clearing and dirt work. So I'd rather someone else buy it new and take the initial hit on it. And I noticed these laying back here. There's 4 nuts laying up here, and I don't know where they go, but he brought it for me to demo, so I was going to tell him there's 4 nuts laying up here, and I have no idea where they come from. The light package is amazing on this. I brought it out last night, and it'll light up 50, 60 yards on all sides. I didn't know if it would. I was like, well, I could put light bars on it. I got them if I bought it, and he said, you won't need them. Well, he's right. You don't need them. So it's got the air ride seat. It's got the, I don't know if this was an option. You can adjust it faster or slower, so you can push the hydro all the way forward, but be at a certain speed. Trying to think what else. Let's see if I can even remember how to start it. Enter the code. Fine. Shut the radio up. I'm not used to the radio. That's nice. He brought it to me out of fuel, probably so I didn't put too many hours on it. Let's see. 0. There we go. Backup camera's nice. My phone. That is pretty nice. Only thing I hate is they've got a hump down here, so your feet have to stay where they're at. I mean, you put them like this, my feet are a little big, they get cramped up here. If it didn't have that, you'd have more foot room. I do like the Kubota, it's just all flat other than the throttle. So this one, like I said, my phone, there we go. You gotta put your foot right here. I do like the toolbox or whatever, little cubby compartment. But I was thinking if I wanted to bring my lunch along and it's 100 degrees out and you don't want it to sit in the truck all day and spoil, and you wanted to bring it in here, Bobcat's older ones have a ledge here that goes back about a foot, and then the window, so you could set it up here. This one's just straight flat. So there's nowhere back there. There's nothing. I mean, I've got about an inch of room here with the seat forward 1 notch. I've got nowhere to put a lunchbox. You got a cup holder down there. I thought maybe just put it right here on top of this, somehow Velcro it if I did, or put it right between your legs, but once in a while you might want to move your leg even though it's not real comfortable. And this hasn't been detailed. They said, you know, just as is right now. Does it come in the lot? And he brought it for me to demo. He said if I bought it, I mean, even if I don't buy it, it's going through their shop and getting the whole thing detailed inside and out. So it is dirty. It just come right out of the field. But I thought, well, I could do something up here maybe. It don't affect my visibility. Build a shelf or something, and I have a lunchbox up there. But I don't know. I got a load of sand to haul today, and I got a load of dirt to haul. I do like how high it raises compared to old 753. Finger keeps getting away. I can't see out of here. It's been all scratched up with brush. It needs a new one. You can't see anything. I do like the 2-speed. I had some trouble with the quick attach already on it. They say they like, well, guy on YouTube I watch, he said he likes the Kubota. It's just a cylinder with 2 hydraulic hoses. No BS there to go wrong. This one's got like an electronic to a actuator, an electronic actuator that unlocks them. And I had this side on the right lock, and then the left side would go halfway, and then it would stop. And it didn't have nothing in it, so I just finessed it for about 30 seconds. I finally got it to lock, so I was already having a little trouble. The one guy said you'll get the wires cut or something, and then you have to rewire them. He was always having to do that. He was a dairy farmer, and switched between the bucket and the attachment he had to push the hay up. I think that's about all I'm gonna do for a video, and then hope my video's the right direction so I don't have to redo all this, because I don't mind making videos, but if you're having to do everything twice, it ain't worth the crap. I do like these things. They rattle around until the timing changes and they get warmed up. They rattle a little bit, but nice thing is, which a lot of you already know, but for the ones that don't, if you're under 75 horse, you don't have to have DEF fluid. You just have to have the particulate filter. So this one doesn't have DEF. It's 74 horse. But you can also put a chip in them once the warranty's out, and you can up them a little bit, is what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't looked into that, but I've heard you can tune them a little bit. They say the DPF filter on this, I guess it don't have DEF, but it's still a particular filter. So the particular filter is supposed to last the life of the machine, because I know, like my semi, it had a new one on it when I bought it, and it already was plugged up, so it had to get deleted and all that. I did away. It's an 08, no DEF, but it had the filter on it. So it got all cut out of there. And actually, since we're just on the subject here, here's the exhaust and all that. Particular filters right here. Got muffler or whatever on each side, and it's got the lines and stuff on the back to read it. But if you want to replace that, that ain't cheap, and you take these bands off and you get a new one of those right there, that center section. But she's straight pipe now. So that's supposed to be good for the life of the loader, which they say you can take good care of these. You should get 5,000 hours out of them pretty easy. And I'm sure there's guys that got 7,000 and some that don't get 1,000 and have to put an engine in them. But so that's a plus. No DEF. I feel like there was somewhere I was trying to go with this, and by all means I cannot remember. This thing will get all packed up in here, dirt. I mean, it's normal, but I always worry about getting it packed in there and wearing on the cylinder and knocking a seal out. But they've been building loaders longer than I've been alive, probably, so I guess that is that. I do like how easy it is to get in and out of, but I just wish the door went up inside. I know, oh, they say Caterpillar, you can't even have the bucket off the ground at all, like an inch or so, and it'll hit. But this one, they said you can go about 6 inches off the ground with your cutting edge and still get the door open. Bobcat, I'm not sure, he didn't know. But he said Caterpillar, you have to have it all the way down. So this one, you can have it up just a little bit. So like if you wanted to change a cutting edge by yourself and you wanted the bucket on, you can get it up off the ground to change it. He said Caterpillar, you can't even do that. So I've heard a guy setting them down or something and they leak up. They had like down pressure on them and then they started settling up, picking the arms up, and then they couldn't even get in their loader the next day or whenever they got in it a couple days later. So I don't know what happens if that does that. If I don't know. I wouldn't even know. Don't know enough about the newer stuff. So, well, there's my overlook of the 324G, and hopefully I can get a video Monday, Tuesday. I'll go ahead and upload this one, and I can do the same thing with the Kubota. Like I said, it ain't a comparable machine. It ain't gonna have all the bells and whistles like this. It ain't gonna be weighted quite as heavy, and it's got 1,500 hours, but I would still like to run it and compare cab noise and a few things. And I'm probably gonna, I mean, he's gonna come get this one today, and then I'll probably let him know Monday, Tuesday if he still has it, if I want to buy it or not. And if he's got it and I want it, great. And if he doesn't have it, it wasn't meant to be, and I'll find another one. The older I get, the more I start to believe if it's meant to be, it'll be, and if it ain't, it ain't. And don't rush into nothing and let things fall into place, because there's a higher power that obviously will help us make the right decisions. I mean, you can obviously make a dumb decision, but he will also, you know, be there when you need him and hopefully keep you on the right track. So I just kind of put it in the higher power hands, and I'll do the best I can, and whatever's meant to be will be. So I guess I'll just leave you on that note, and thanks for watching. And if you'd like to like and subscribe the video, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope to keep videos coming, and maybe I'll get some more later when I go dump off some sand later, get a video of dumping off sand and getting a load of fill dirt hauled, and it's going to be a beautiful Friday. So I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys all have a good day.